One thing that you have to figure out when you actually find a fossil is you have to determine what it is, right? You have to determine what species it is, what family it might be in, is it even a mammal or a reptile? And again, this is where knowledge of modern animals is really, really important. So for instance, this particular whale is named Basilosaurus. And if you break down the etymology of that name, that actually means king reptile or king lizard. And that's because the person that first found it in the 1830s had just a jaw with a couple of teeth, and they thought it was a sea creature that was a reptile living at the time of the dinosaurs. And it took an astute anatomist to actually point out that the teeth were actually very mammalian in their characteristics. Okay? When we have a knowledge of a more complete skeleton, it's very, very easy to determine the large group that it belongs to, if it's a mammal, or if it's a reptile, or if it's a different group of fish, or whatnot. Looking at mammals in particular, if we have a skull, there are a number of different cranial features that we could look at. And just looking at this particular set of specimens here, we can tell that this is a mammal. Okay? This is a cervical vertebra. This is actually the first cervical vertebra in the neck that you would find the skull would actually be articulating against. And this is the second cervical vertebra, the axis. Okay, we have the atlas first and the axis second. Now mammals are actually unique in having these first two neck vertebrae differentiated from one another. So if we find vertebrae that look like this, we can be sure right away that this animal is a mammal and not a reptile or a fish or anything like that.